Hey y'all, I wanted to say a big, huge thank you to Mrs. Williams for covering for me today. Thank you guys in advance for working continuously and completing today's assignments with Miss Williams while I am away. Excuse my absence, but I needed to be gone today for my daughter. So let's get started with talking about how we're going to handle today's class session since I am not there. So we are finishing up our section for chapter 10, talking about social class in the United States. What you are going to do is you are going to get yourselves in groups based upon the homework that I assigned on Monday. So everybody got a yellow piece of paper with particular sections highlighted, and you were given group numbers. You guys wrote all of that information on the board, and you were told to take notes on that yellow piece of paper about the specific items that were highlighted on your paper. So at this point, what I would ask you to do is break off into your groups. There are 6 groups. So if the 6 groups would go ahead and rearrange themselves, one group per table. Ms. Williams, you can pause me until the groups are separated and together. All right, now that you have broken apart and gotten back together in your assigned groups for today, let's talk about what you are supposed to do. All right, so we have several different items broken out on that yellow piece of paper. The first section talks about the different social classes. So I am going to jump over to the handout, the Google Slides for Chapter 10. So you all got this on the first day of social class in the United States. The latter half of your slides are going to be empty because of this group work project. So groups 1 and groups 2, your focus is going to be different social classes within the United States. What I want you to do when you are working in your group is discuss what you learned about these particular social classes in the realm of what kind of power, property, or prestige do people in these social classes hold? What's the percentage of population? Do these people receive any form of government assistance? And please remember that government assistance is way more than just welfare, okay? So all kinds of government assistance, including tax breaks, calculate as far as what we would consider assistance. What kind of jobs do they do? What kind of education do they earn? What are their beliefs, values, and norms? And then any other additional information that you gleaned about that social class from the chapter. So everyone will see that I've already hung posters on the wall. So once you are done discussing your topics and kind of summarizing them, figuring out how you're going to teach that to the class, you can go get your posters and start putting some major bullet points on them. So social class groups are focusing on the particular social classes you were assigned. That's groups 1 and group 2. Moving into groups 3, 4, and 5, you guys are focusing on the consequences of social class. So I have split up the consequences of social class between 3 different groups. What you're looking at here is, how does a person's physical health have consequences because of their social class? All right, so if you are in a higher social class, does your physical health look different than if you are in a lower social class? We have talked about this both days that we've maneuvered through these documentaries. So the things that you read in your textbook should have been a review for you. You're going to apply that philosophy to each one of those consequences of social class. Group 5, you have family life. Make sure that you address spouses, divorce or divorce rates, and child rearing within your family life section. So all of these aspects, how do they pertain to a person's social class? And hopefully you're going to see that depending upon what social class you're in, these things can vary and change drastically. So you are going to share that information with your classmates via your poster in a summary bullet point form. And then lastly, group 6, you guys were given all of the mobility definitions. So please make sure that you take this opportunity, group 6, to define what these different types of mobilities are and explain them in real life terminology that your classmates can understand. So that is a quick synopsis of the group work that you will be doing today, wrapping up, summarizing, and teaching your classmates the sections that you were assigned. And as a reminder, when you are done making these posters, you are going to then share them with your classmates. Hang them back on the walls and share them. When you are done with all of the sharing, I would suggest that you do go around and snap photos of the posters, because you can then take this Google Slides presentation that I've already given you and write notes on it so you are able to study for the Unit 3 exam based upon your Chapter 10 notes. If you have any questions or concerns, can't remember, not really sure, the group work document is in Moodle, so you make sure you check on it. If you can't remember what group you're in, or if you can't remember what you've been assigned. So I'm showing you this on the screen. Hopefully this is not an issue because you brought back your yellow pieces of paper and you are ready to begin. All right, one final thing before you start your group work. Next week, we will not meet face-to-face. You will have an out-of-class assignment that is due on Monday before 12:30 and an out-of-class assignment that is due on Wednesday before 12:30. Please make sure that you are paying attention to your email. In the coming days, I will send out additional emails to you reminding you of those assignments. I know we discussed them on Monday, but I will additionally send more information to you in email about next week. All right, from this point forward, get started in your groups, summarize and teach your classmates the items that you were to review about social class in the United States. Y'all be extra kind to Miss Williams today because she's doing me a big, huge favor. And I will plan to see you guys the following week once I am back on campus. Enjoy your class.